All right, hey everyone, thank you for tuning in to this LinkedIn special. My name is Fernando. I'm your host, and I'm going to be the host for a while, so get used to it. First things first, got to get my handy dandy hand sanitizer here. It's for those ASMRs that enjoy that. Get that right in the folks. All right, what you're going to be learning today, we got three main things that are basically going to get you from, can I even get clients on here? What do I post? What do I post on LinkedIn? How can I even reach out to the decision makers? In this video right now, three things are going to happen. You're going to learn how to navigate the platform. I'm going to tell you how to set up your entire LinkedIn account so it's optimized to be found on LinkedIn, so people are seeing your profile photo, and so your profile is actually set up to the target audience you want. The second one is you're going to learn how to search and find your ideal audience. Who do you want to connect with? Are you the personal trainer that is with executives and targeting them? Or are you a marketing agency that's working and targeting directors of marketing? What is it that you're looking for? I'm going to show you an exclusive in video, sharing my screen. So this isn't just information. I'm actually going to show you how to do this. So stay in. The third thing you're going to get are message sequences or messaging to make sure you're actually connecting with easily. I would say 95% of the people, as long as they are on LinkedIn and active, I'll tell you the messaging that's going to get you accepted. Those are the three things you're going to get. And if you're staying to the very, very end, well, then you're awesome. And I got a little bonus treat for you then. All right, let's get started. The first thing that you're going to want to make sure you fix when you get on your LinkedIn is making sure your profile photo is visible to second and third connections. The way you do that is come up here, go ahead and view your profile, and then you're going to go ahead and click into your photo. As you click into your photo, you'll see this visibility. And many times people have this one checked off. When only your connections can see your photo, then everybody else just sees a gray circle. So you can decide who you want to see it. I have it here as public to be found. Again, if some people have different privacy settings, then that's what you can do. The second piece is managing your notifications. For my purposes, I don't always want to be alerted by so much. So you can go here, communications, notifications, and then you start determining what you want to be alerted for and what notifications you want, what notifications you don't want. Okay, so let's go back to LinkedIn. Just go in and check your settings. Again, settings and privacy. And those are the two big things to do when getting onto LinkedIn right now. All right, next up, we're going to be talking about how to present yourself, getting your profile photo, your cover photo, and your headline, your bio to speak to your ideal audience, and then how to find them, right? How do you use the free search in LinkedIn to connect with your ideal audience? How do you use Boolean filters to make sure you're connecting with the right people? And lastly is, how are you creating the right content that's going to speak with them after you connect with them, right? What are you producing to make sure that they click into it, they're seeing that you're adding value, and they want to continue to see your content? Now for some fun stuff, we're going to get into how to do the proper search and bring our target audience into our network. This search bar up here, you'll be able to search for people, jobs, content, companies, schools, groups. In this case, we are going to want to search for people, and let's say we're going after director of marketing. Type in director of marketing right away. Again, it's going to give you a few other options, and we just want to make sure we're clicking on people. Once we click on people, we can start using other filters. So here we can start saying, okay, do we want to target only the US, only the UK? If we want to target certain companies, certain industries, let's say in this case, we're going after the director of marketing and computer industry. And if you wanted to filter any other job titles, go ahead and hit apply. And now we're only doing directors of marketing. And again, this is in the US or in the UK, certain places. Now we start talking about Boolean search. You got director of marketing or VP of marketing And now I'll start bringing in VP of marketing. Let's say we did not want to include a company, or we didn't want to include a certain title if this was picking up things that were wrong. In this case, let's say we didn't want to go after anybody who was in Microsoft. So you could use an option like not Microsoft and the other ones. So to say not Microsoft and director of marketing, and it'll go ahead and remove anything of Microsoft. That is Boolean search filters. That is how to bring in your target market into your network. And we'll get into messaging a bit later. About your page and the customer journey that's probably going to happen. They're going to land here. The first thing they're going to see is your cover. They're going to probably read your headline, and they're going to see your profile photo. So you want to make sure that all three of these are optimized, because at this point, they're either going to decide whether to keep going down or to bounce. And I will say that your cover photo should match who your target audience is. Obviously, Rob here is dressed up like professionals. He's in the B2B space, targeting business owners. Then you have Nick here. Nick is a personal trainer. He is obviously wanted to show like, hey, he's in the fitness game and he's targeting executives. Then you have Travis here. He's a creative. And so he's allowed to not be wearing a total tie and a suit. He is dressed, in a creative way. So just wanted to point out that it's not a one size fit all on LinkedIn. It's your personality and your brand and who you're going to be selling to or you're going to be working with. From their initial grab up here at the top, they're going to go down and then they're going to read the top 3 lines of your about section. And at this point, you want to make sure it pops and you hit your target market, hit a pain point, get them, try to get them thinking some way, somehow about one of their pain points or about something that you do for them. So, and then you'll be able to break down exactly how you do it, some testimonials, and then how they can get in contact with you. This is usually how you break down a bio section. I've worked with Rob before, a great guy. And so again, here you're going to need something catchy to get their attention, what you do, and then you can go in and talk about how you do it, throw some testimonials in there, and then how they can get in contact with you. That's probably going to be the path. You start from the top, go to the about, go to the bottom, then you get to see some activity, see what you've been up to, and then lastly, they actually go to your experience. The other thing you want to make sure you start building up are your testimonials. You want to start, people really go to, even though it's on the bottom, people start looking at how many recommendations have you received. This is huge in credibility. So if you are an individual who is seeking out business on LinkedIn's platform, then make sure your headline is more than just what you do in your company. Make sure that you actually have something of value in your headline, because this is what people are going to see. So make sure you let the individuals know what you do for them and who you are. Be creative, and this is really going to resonate. I'll give you an example here. If you're scrolling through, right, this is what people start seeing. The headline: digital operations exec, startup leader. If you go down, TikTok expert, LinkedIn coach. Keep going. Storyteller, music lover, sharing positivity. These are headlines. Now, this is great, but this isn't necessarily telling me what she can do for me. And it's not going to necessarily pique my interest. So just to give you that heads up on how you can change up your headline to make sure it's geared towards your target audience. Really quickly, I wanted to show you a bit of content that you can post on LinkedIn so you're not feeling too nervous. Really, anything that's like feel good, that's going to be either you, just your personality, just post it out there. People, it's going to resonate with the right audience anyways. In this case, we were talking about one good thing that's happened to us in COVID-19. Not to be insensitive, but this was something that we wanted to share. It was Adam's idea, and I said, cool. Yeah, he tagged me in it, said, hey, can you help me support this hashtag? I said, absolutely. Down here, I was looking for help on this video. The video I'm actually shooting right now. I legitimately just said, looking for help, please. I'm about to start shooting my first LinkedIn video, this one, and immediately 2,000 views, 35 comments, all these people trying to help me out in creating the video. So when you're thinking about what can you post, think thought-provoking, think words of wisdom, think educational, or just think like interacting with the network. What you put out is what you're also going to receive back in. So the best way to grow is to start engaging with other people's content And then naturally, people will also come back and engage with yours through the principle of reciprocity, and you'll start networking. And that is how you start growing your account. This was just a taste into content. Another video will have to be made to get into more detail on exactly how to produce the right content for your target market. Now we're getting into messaging. All right, this is where it gets a little more fun because you got to start testing, you got to start seeing the psychology of people, but there are do's and there are don'ts. I'm going to get into that. Then we talk about how it's easiest to start connecting with people that you've engaged with. It's the best way that you really want to grow your following. You really want to have people take you seriously and connect with you. Start engaging, start actually posting, start commenting, start liking, get involved, get in the network. If you're new to the platform and you immediately want to start getting people engaging on your own post, you need to start engaging on others' posts. Not only that, but you need to start adding the people that are engaging on other posts. So just go to your feed, start adding and connecting with the right people, type in a few big names that you like, whose information you trust, because the odds are if you like somebody's content, then the people who also like that content will most likely resonate with yours or with your type of personality. So you could just come here and you could, like, let's say Herman, if that was a person I wanted to connect with, if I liked his headline or he fit my audience and I liked his words, then I could reach out to him. So that is one immediate way to start getting engagement within the first week of you actually being on LinkedIn with your posts and start building a relationship. So let's say you're scrolling through your feed and you finally find someone that, you like their post, you like their content, and then you go through comments, you see somebody else who you like what their headline says, or maybe they seem like an interesting person you want to connect with. Then you can either, go ahead and like their comment, you can even comment on it, and then you can go ahead and just click in. Some people would actually connect here, but I don't recommend that. If you want to get a 95, like I said, like super high ratio that they're going to accept your connection and not be weirded out or anything, then you go ahead and leave them a note. And the note can just say, "Hi, Lauren, right? I noticed your comment on," and then you would just put the person's name. So in this case, it's Patrick. "I noticed your comment on Patrick's post and wanted to reach out to connect, Fernando." And then I have my little tag at the bottom there. And send invitation. Like I'm saying, 95% of the time, she's going to accept that connection request. Especially she just saw me like, her comment. So again, that's very personal, and that's an opportunity for me to now build my network with Lauren. And you can do that with, all 36 individuals here if you wanted to. Odds are if they like Patrick and I like Patrick, we're probably going to hang out and have a good time. What you don't want to do is just say, you're going to see there's a lot of generic, especially for the CEOs, the directors, right? These higher level, higher status individuals. You don't just want to say, "Hi, Nadia, I noticed we have some mutual connections, just looking to connect," because that is so generic, does not show you're human, does not say anything about them. And that is not going to get you accepted. Some people may accept you, but the people that are serious about their business or serious about networking and LinkedIn, that's not building a connection. If you want to you could reach out to your mutual connections, ask for an introduction, or you can call out, again, something in their bio, something in their activity. You could even start going to their activity. If you're really into them, follow them first, then go ahead and start reading into their posts, right? You can celebrate this after reading it, comment if you want to, and then send that message, right? And then you send the personalized message that would say, "Hey, Nadia, read your post about et cetera, et cetera, et cetera," and go ahead and send that invitation out. So again, you have to treat them like they're human. Don't just naturally just blast all this stuff and spray and pray. There are strategic ways to connect with the right people and then nurture them and then bring them in on a phone call. I really wanted to point out that don't pitch immediately after the connection request. There are ways to nurture a prospect into revealing a problem they have, and at that point you can invite them or provide a consultation through messaging. There's a different type of sequence you can actually do to pitch people. on LinkedIn. You know, people, that's the whole saying of people like to buy, they don't like to be sold to. So if you just connect and pitch, you're probably going to be, you know, sending out 1,000 messages and getting very few back. You may get some hits, right? Because people may be like, okay, yeah, awesome pitch, but you're burning a ton of wood, right? Wood that could later become clients. So that is another don't of messaging. There are the right ways of doing it. I'll have to create another video for that. All right. Now you got the do's and don'ts of messaging. Good luck. Now we're wrapping it all up. All right. First things first is we showed you how to navigate the LinkedIn platform. The second thing we showed you to do is how to connect with your ideal audience. The third thing we showed you how to do, which I laid out, is how to connect with each of those people and how to engage with them to make sure you're growing and getting the right people to see your content. All right. I'm glad and I'm happy to be here and show you how LinkedIn is done. It's been a pleasure. I hope you enjoyed this video. To help me out, feel free to comment if you have other questions, things I might have left out, other content you want to see, and then go ahead and like and subscribe. And I just hit that happened, but like and subscribe, let me know what you want to see, and I'll catch you in the next video. Thank you. Waited till the end. Thanks so much. Thanks for making it through. As promised, here are a few things that I want to leave you with. Go ahead and click on my LinkedIn profile, send me a DM, because what I want to show you is I want to send you an exclusive video on how I integrate an app or an extension here on LinkedIn, so you can actually start to extract and integrate directly into HubSpot. You can grab emails, you can grab phone numbers, then you can start to, change things up. Is this a meta request? What's the lead status? Do you need to nurture them? Are they ready for DM? Do you need to follow up at all? What's your relationship? Personal, business? Who owns this? Do you own it? Does your assistant own it? Who's managing your account? You can start counting comments, start counting tags, get their followers, take down notes, have tasks. So there's this piece, which is really cool. And then I want to show you how I create shortcuts. So let's say I wanted to message Jonathan here. He's a second. If I wanted to come here and add a note, I'm going to show you how when you just type this in, boom, something like that might happen. So again, these are some pretty cool things I picked up. One more thing that I will show you guys, and again, shoot me a LinkedIn DM. Say that you saw this video, and I will go ahead and help you out. All right, talk soon. Bye.